Look, we still did not finish the first lesson. The first lesson is 51 pages. We're almost done, but it took us 3 lessons. So we need to hurry up. طيب. وكتب في الرقاع, it was written in the riqa'. So now the Sheikh says something. Let's all wake up. So the Quran was written at the time of the Prophet ﷺ. Yes or no? Unanimously, all of us. Yes. The Quran was written. The messenger, the Prophet ﷺ, in fact, the Prophet ﷺ had writers for the divine revelation. And from the most known of these writers are Zayd ibn Thabit, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, Umar ibn al-Khattab, Ali radiyallahu anhu, wa Uthman radiyallahu anil jami' and other than them. Zayd ibn Thabit, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, Umar ibn al-Khattab, Ali ibn Abi Talib, Uthman ibn Affan. At the very least, ya ikhwa, memorize Umar, Uthman, Ali. At the very least. طيب. And they used to write the ayat from the Quran in the riqa'. And the riqa' are pieces of cloth, or from the tree trunks, or from bones, or from wood. All of these are riqa'. Or they might write on leather, or on a pure bone. So they write whatever is easy for them, because they did not know what al-kaghad is. I taught you what al-kaghad is, ya ikhwan. Al-kaghad meaning paper. They didn't know what paper was at that time. Remember this word, ya ikhwan. It's very difficult. Only students of knowledge, they know this. Al-kaghad. Kaghad meaning paper. Al-waraq. So is it written in the riqa'? And you can put this as a footnote, Sheikh Harun, if Sheikh Harun is here. طيب. So by the command of the Prophet ﷺ, at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, they used to write it. So at the beginning, when he arrived into Medina, the Prophet ﷺ forbade the Sahaba from writing anything other than the Quran. No, kaghad is not cardboard. Kaghad is paper. Writers, scribes, it's the same. طيب. So when the messenger arrived at Medina, he forbade writing anything other than the Quran. So they used to only write the Quran. And after the year of Fath, the Prophet ﷺ gave permission for some of the Sahaba to start writing the Hadith. So they started compiling the Hadith. So the Sahaba that were before the Fath of Mecca, they did not write anything other than the Quran. And some of the qira'at, modes of recitation, next to the Quran. Or some of the tafsir, the explanation next to the Quran. And the words of the Prophet ﷺ was not written with the Quran at all. And someone might say, why didn't the Prophet ﷺ gather the Quran in one place? Why? Why not in one book, in one place? The Shaykh says, and this is crucial, because it is not possible at the time where the revelation was still in progress, and there was still the possibility of abrogation. So after the death of the Prophet ﷺ, this reason was no longer there. Therefore, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu ardah gathered the Quran in one book, Mus'haf. So now it is all in one Mus'haf. طيب. And I say, Ya akhwan, Allah knows best. They are writing the Quran. And so the Messenger ﷺ told them, don't write the Hadith before the Fath. Why? Because if they would write the Hadith as well, it might get mixed up, ya akhwan. They might think that this is part of the Quran, this Hadith or that Hadith. Aywa. And Uthman ibn Affan has commanded that the Quran would be written by the lugha, the language of Quraysh. So whatever the language of Quraysh accommodates for, from words and qira'at, has been written down. Therefore, you see them that they have written Malik as Malaka. Mim, Lam, Ka, Malik. and they put an alif above the mim so that we can read them in both ways, Malik and Malik. Aywa. And ya ikhwa, I can add to this. So what Uthman ibn Affan did is because people had what? A lot of people were entering into Islam, and you have the Quran is written, and next to it there is tafsir, next to it there is the qira'at, and next to it there is the, there are these things. So that people don't get lost and start saying this is from the Quran, and the Sahaba would, the age of the Sahaba would then be extinct, and there is no more Sahabi that can say. So what Uthman did is, he gathered the people upon the Quran at the Lughah of Quraysh and nothing more. And by the way, it's genius what he did when he burned the others. He burned the others. Why did he burn the others? So that they don't come and say, look, there's this that was not included in the Quran, and it is only a tafsir, an explanation. Because as you saw, so they would write the Quran, and then if they have the tafsir, they would write the tafsir, right? So that these things don't get mixed up. So you have one, you have the true memorizers of the Quran from the Sahaba that went and have written and compiled the Quran all together. They have written it down on what the Lughah of Quraysh, so that because you're having a lot of people that are not Arabs and entering into Islam, and they want to learn, and now mixing up is going to happen. And anybody that has ever indulged in something like running a company or running a shop or running whatever it is, he knows that these things happen. You get someone new who starts mixing up things, and he said, Aywa. What he did is preservation for the Quran from the ignorance of those that just entered Islam, or from the ways of the shaitan and the tricks of the shaitan and so on, ya ikhwan.